Like what we do? Consider supporting the channel by becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the description below. And as always, please, enjoy the story.
Matt, Lara says tenderly, tell me what's happening. If I tell you, Jade, I reply, looking directly in her eyes, you promise to keep this to yourself. It's not only me you could hurt, but Nathan too. I promise, she exclaims, giving me an innocent look. Just tell me already. I can't help you if I don't understand what's upsetting you. I lower my head and look at the floor. Then, after a few moments of worry, I look up again. Sonya's not real, I admit, feeling the adrenaline coursing through my veins. Nathan is Sonya. So, you've been pretending to be a couple? Jade questions, leaning in. I could tell she was excited to learn more from the sound of her voice. It always goes up an octave when she thinks she's onto something juicy. My shoulders sag. Yes, Nathan pretended to be my girlfriend that weekend. Expecting Jade to freak out, she just gently smiles and nods. That explains why you all came back so soon, she remarks. Nathan got caught by the other people at the cabin, right? I raise an eyebrow at her. I guess that would be the obvious assumption. I mean, she continues to giggle, Nathan is a little weedy looking, but there is no way he could just pass off as a girl like that. I bet he hated it, being forced to be your girlfriend. Hey, I complain, taking offense to her comments. Stop being mean to me, I'm not that awful. Well, that would explain why it's been so awkward between you both, Jade explains. I'd be angry if you'd forced me into doing something I didn't want to. Frowning, I give Jade a dirty look. It was my idea, but Nathan didn't say he didn't want to at any point. Will you just let me explain? I grumble. I didn't force him to do anything. He went along with my plan without much hesitation. As far as I could tell, he really enjoyed it. He even seemed to enjoy kissing me. I know I liked it. You enjoyed the kissing? She replies, now giving me an inquisitive expression. Wait. Are you trying to tell me that you're gay? Holy moly, did I just accidentally come out to her? I don't answer for a moment or two as my mouth goes dry. I just listen to the sound of my heart thumping away in my chest. Eventually, as Jade squeezes my shoulder for comfort, I build up the courage. I guess so. Yeah, I say, looking at her with misty eyes. Holy goldfish, Jade squawks, reacting to my confession. Please don't tell anyone, I groan, looking at her in desperation. I don't want anyone to know. She cups my shaking hands and smiles. I won't say anything. Then, as a cheeky grin appears on her face, she blushes. Honestly, though, she continues, giving me a warm smile, I think I already kinda knew. You act like a love-struck puppy in Nathan's presence. It's out there for all of us to see. No, I don't, I reply, getting defensive. Do you like him? Jade asks gently, ignoring me. Another hard-hitting question, something I thought I'd never have to admit to anyone only a week ago. I just stare at the supportive expression Jade is giving me. Eventually, I smile. I love him, I confess, thinking about how bright and warm he makes me feel on the inside. Oh my God, she screams with pure excitement. Have you told him that? That's when I feel the tears forming in my eyes. I told him, I say softly, allowing myself to cry in front of her. I'm so fucking worried I've ruined our friendship. He seems so distant with me now and like incredibly awkward around me. Jade's happy grin slowly softens, and she looks at me with worry. I see why that would make you sad, she remarks. You're worried that Nathan will stop being your friend, especially if he doesn't feel the same way. Tears stream down as my face painfully contorts with my deep down hidden emotions bubbling to the surface. I'm fucking terrified that's going to happen. Shit, Matthew, Jade says gently, grabbing my hands tightly. How long have you been holding this all in? I can't bring myself to answer. The fear of my best friend dropping me like an unwanted tissue is too much to deal with, and all I can do is pathetically weep in my sister's presence. As I close my eyes tight, tears roll down my face. As I whimper, my chest feels constricted, and my breathing is heavy. It's okay, Matt, Jade says, placing her soft, warm hands on my cheeks. It's okay. I'm here for you. He hates me, Jade, I cry, sobbing my heart out. He doesn't even want to hang around me anymore. Why on earth would you think that? Didn't he kiss you? Taking a long breath, I open my eyes and wipe away the tears with my forearm. I think he likes Lara, I answer, feeling the pain of heartbreak as those words leave my mouth. Jade's face scrunches up once more, and she frowns. Lara? She questions, looking at me with narrowed eyes. Lara Maxwell? From my grade? Yup, I answer, allowing myself to calm down. Jade bites a lip and looks worried. He needs to be careful with her if that is the case, she says. She's got a bit of a reputation for being a complete slut. Jade glances out the window for a second, then looks back at me with fear in her eyes. Do you think Nathan is the reason Lara and Barry have split up? She asks, clearly putting two and two together. No, that's not right, I'm quick to reply. She's broken up with Barry because we caught him trying it on with Nathan. Jade's eyes spring wide open in surprise, the sort of expression reserved for when you stumble across some hidden treasure. Are you serious? She blurts out, leaning so close to me I could feel her breath. Is Barry gay for Nathan too? No, I reply. Remember, Nathan was dressed as a girl, pretending to be Sonia. Barry tried to force himself onto Nathan, thinking he was a girl. Revealing that to her, I don't think Jade could look any more shocked. Her eyeballs are about to pop right out of her head. Poor Nathan! She squeals and puts her hands over her mouth in shock. That must have really upset him. Feeling the guilt from the night resurface in my mind, I just stare down at my hands. Is he okay? Jade questions, tapping me lightly on the leg to regain my attention. Oh, I respond, looking up and scratching the back of my head. I think so, yeah. Jade's eyes then narrow, and she gives me a proper filthy look. What do you mean, you think so? She groans, wagging a finger in front of my face like I'm a naughty child. You say you love him, yet you're not really sure how he's feeling after that? Her staring at me in total disbelief makes our last few conversations flash through my mind. She's probably right. I can't believe you sometimes, Jade hisses, shaking her head. Such a dork. Yeah, I chuckle, feeling my face go bright red with embarrassment. I don't know what I was thinking, it's just, with Nathan being a cross-dresser and all, I thought, well, I don't know what I thought. Jade's eyes spring open wide once again. I'm a little confused as to why she's getting so worked up. He's a cross-dresser? She asks, squealing so loud I'm pretty sure the whole house heard. Yes, did we not cover this already? I say with a whisper, looking at her with concern for how loud her voice is. Keep it down. No, she whispers in reply. You just said he dressed like a girl. You never said he was a cross-dresser. I'm sure I did, I whisper back, still trying to get her to lower her voice further. I went around his house the other night and caught him wearing one of his sister's dresses. You didn't, Jade exclaims, instantly covering her mouth, knowing how loud she's talking. Please don't tell anyone, I plea, whispering gently. Yes, I caught him. I was surprised at first, but honestly, It made me love him that little bit more. "Aw," she says, touching me gently on the leg. "That's so cute." Blushing, I turn and look away. "Can I ask a question?" Jade then says, giving me a serious look as I turn back to face her. "Sure. You say you're gay, right?" Giving me a puzzled look. "Yeah. So I assume you find boys attractive," she continues. "Not all, but yeah, I do find boys attractive." "So you told Nathan you loved him when he was dressed as Sonya?" "That's right," I reply, now understanding what she might be getting at. "I don't get it," she continues, scratching her face. "Do you only fancy him when he's dressed as a girl? That doesn't make sense to me." I roll my eyes and blink slowly. I knew that question was coming. "I guess that confusion does make sense," I reply, looking up at the ceiling. "I'm not sure I overly understand myself yet either. When I saw Nathan that dress looking so vulnerable, I knew in that instant that he needed me just as much as I needed him." Jade looks at me, perplexed. I knew I had to explain it further. "It's hard to explain," I continue. "Seeing him, I instantly understood how he must have felt, hiding that part of himself away. I just wanted to make him feel good about who he is." Quickly rubbing my face, I let out a long breath. "Ah," I growl, getting frustrated. I'm getting myself confused. Just know I love Nathan for who he is. No matter what or who he decides to be, I'm in love with Nathan as a person. For the first time in my life, Jade is speechless, and she just looks at me vacantly. Nervous, I keep talking, trying to explain myself. My mouth betrays my brain as I just start speaking from the heart. I love him so much, and it pains me to know my actions caused him pain too, I groan, hiding behind my hands. I feel so guilty about what happened. That's why I don't know how he feels about it, and I can't bring myself to ask him. "You feel guilty?" Jade asks slowly. "Yes," I cry, tears stinging my already red eyes. "It's my fault Barry did what he did." "Why?" Jade asks without hesitation. I hold my head in shame. Taking my hands from my face, I allow the tears to roll down my cheeks. Maybe telling her will make the guilt go away. "Barry kept asking so many questions about our relationship," I say, sniffing loudly. "I just wanted to make him think I was cool. That's why I said what I said." "What did you say?" Jade questions, almost like she's worried about what I'm about to tell her. "He kept asking me if we're having sex together," I reply shamefully. "I thought telling him we were doing it, he'd think I was cool." "Jesus, Matt," Jade moans, lowering her head into her hands. "Are you so totally the king of dorks?" Jade's reaction confirms all my fears. It is my fault. Feeling on the edge of a nervous breakdown, I burst into a full-blown weep of utter despair. "Stop crying," she says sternly. "What Barry did to Nathan is not your fault." Through the tears, I try and focus on her and her words. "What you said wasn't cool for sure," Jade continues, placing a comforting hand on my knee. "But you can't blame yourself for Barry's actions." "I shouldn't?" I desperately question, rubbing tears from my eyes. "No," she quickly replies. "You really are a king dork for even thinking that." Giving her a forced smile, I let out a long-labored sigh. This has been extremely emotional. Still, I'm glad I told her. Oh God, tomorrow's another day at school. I really hope she can keep all this to herself.